me on the YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Go ahead and tweet my thoughts. Fall back and be a fan, world star hip-hop. And be the man, we are part of the Norwegian group. I'm on that YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Go ahead and tweet your thoughts. So fall back and be a fan, world star hip-hop. And be the man, we are part of the chain. Reaching that group, it's like I'm walking by the shores of the Babylon.
Morning, LA. We're here right now at St. Columban Church. We are going to celebrate the second annual Larry Itliong Festival, and with Dr. Richard Lucasson of Jeepney and supporting my son Mervin Dewey and BagYo, and also the Filipino Workers Center, or what we call the PWC. And I'm really happy that there's so many people showing up right now to volunteer, and all our parade attendees will get to be on the other side of the corner. So I'll be waiting for you guys to come over and join us in a couple of minutes. We're going to start now. Okay? Bye!
Yup. This one right here. Strictly for the ladies. It knows I get out, get out, get out. It knows I get out, get out. We living that good life. The world is mine. The world is mine. We living that good life. The world is yours. The world is yours. Yo, we living that good life. The world is mine. The world is mine. We living that good life. The world is yours.
Hi, this is Andy Edwin. It's looking good. Filipino American Press Club. Salamat po ay Press Club.
Ship in the way, we got cruising. Yes, and I'm like
person to take a picture of my bike.
Oh.
$50.
Really? Okay.
But if you're a senior citizen, it's free.
Oh, I am one of them.
We're here from West Covina, and
West Covina,
gonna join the parade.
Cool.
Well, actually, I'm from Las Vegas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good. From Las Vegas to LA to West Covina, right?
There you go.
Thank you for supporting. Thank you.
You got it.
Good morning. Today is October 22nd and we're here at the Larry Itliong Parade Festival. I'm here with PWC and we're right here at Unidad Park. We are going to be going through in the parade, the Larry Itliong Parade, representing our roots from the Philippines, here representing in Southern California. So glad to be here today with the PWC crew, and we're going to be representing, carrying on the tradition.
Yay! Mabuhay! Larry Itliong.
we tell them?
We are the workers!
We are the workers!
The mighty, mighty workers!
The mighty, mighty workers!
Fighting for justice!
Fighting for justice!
And equality! ¡Sí se puede!
¡Sí se puede!
¡Sí se puede!
¡Sí se puede!
¡Kayang kaya!
¡Kayang kaya! ¡Sí se puede!
Everywhere we go!
Everywhere we go!
People wanna know!
People wanna know
Who we are!
who we are!
So we tell them!
So we tell them
We are Filipinos!
we are Filipinos!
The mighty, mighty Filipinos!
Mighty, mighty Filipinos!
Fighting for justice!
Fighting for justice
And equality!
and
When we
equality!
want it! Now!
¡Sí puede! ¡Sí se puede!
¡Sí se puede!
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming host stripes and bright stars through the prairie lost fight, or the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay, upang iniwan, gawin ka man magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiil, sagat ang mundo sa simoy at sa langit mong bugaw, amoy lang ang araw niya patay, yayang binamahal, pag-isang araw at to'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin at araw niyang kailan, kamay din magdidilim, luwan ang araw, watawat insinta, buhay at langit sa piling mo. Ay ligaya ng pagmay ng aapi, ang mamatay ng dahil sa iyo.
They stood up to the growers who would send paid people to come and beat them up while they were on the picket line. They risked, they went on strike even though they weren't going to get any pay and they didn't know exactly how they were going to eat day to day. But what they had was solidarity, and they had unity, and they had strategy. They knew how to build their power together. They knew they had power even though they only had, the strength of their hands, their labor force. They were able to come together and at a crucial time declare a strike. And they had done this even before the Delano Grape Strikes. They had started building this power, and Filipinos were united. The Filipino manongs, the Filipino farm workers were united, and that was their strength. And that's how they were able to strike and get better pay. They were able to strike and get better conditions. But they knew they had to come together even more to get longer lasting changes. And that's when they came together, reached out and really knew how they needed to reach out to their fellow farm workers, their fellow Mexican farm workers. In Delano, that was a particular place where the Filipino farm workers and the Mexican farm workers socialized together in the community, but in the workplace they were segregated by the growers, by the bosses, because they knew if they got together and did something together, that they wouldn't just be able to give a few improvements, then that would be real power that would demand long-lasting change. And so when they came together and formed the United Farm Workers together, the growers were made after, it took years of struggle, but they were able to form a union, sign contracts, and get permanent changes that made a huge difference to people's lives, to the workers' lives and their families. So having good wages or better wages, having breaks, having shade to go to when it's 100 and 105 degrees, where before they would just collapse and workers would die. A main strategist. He was actually a main moving force that brought together this broad movement. And as we come here today to celebrate, we shouldn't just do it by celebrating here. We have to uphold the values. We have to uphold the spirit of Larry Itliong and the farm workers, because we still have worker rights violations against Filipino workers here in the United States, even from professionals as well. We have a growing number of labor trafficking victims, those who are brought here from the Philippines to work in hotels, even as teachers, as domestic workers, who are working in slave-like conditions. No? And we as a community, just like Larry couldn't stand for any worker, anybody not being treated like a human being with dignity and respect, our community, we cannot stand for that either. And we must take action. So we can't just come together in celebration, but we have to come together in action as well. And I just have to say how proud I am also of the domestic worker movement and the Filipino Worker Center, who are a part of the leadership of that movement, because they are actually really standing upon the work of Larry Itliong and the farm workers and are moving ahead their rights as well. And today, even though the population is different, the faces are different, it is still plagued by racism as well as sexism. Domestic work is seen as women's work, so many times people don't value it as much. When actually the work that they do is so important and so valuable in our communities. So just this year, this is a historic year. Not only is it the second year that we have an official Larry Itliong Day recognized by the state, but we also won this year permanent overtime rights for domestic workers here in California after 76 years of exclusion. And last year, we also just won inclusion at the federal level of caregivers into labor protections. Just happened last October that it was upheld by the courts. Before, caregivers could be excluded from even minimum wage. So on a federal level, you could have paid a caregiver 1 cent and it would have been legal. But this now, because we have a movement and because we're fighting, and it can't just be the workers, we need the whole community together. We've been able to win protections, finally, minimum wage and overtime protections for domestic workers. And this year also, the farm workers, on the same day that our bill was signed, the California Domestic Worker Bill of Rights, the farm worker overtime bill was also signed that is giving equal overtime to all farm workers here in California. It's about time, right? So I just want to wrap up by saying, what we need to do is that we need unity. We need to build community with each other. we need to have care for each other, and we need to take action together with each other. Filipinos are the largest Asian population in California and 7 other major states in the United States, second in the United States. And so we actually have the potential for a lot of power to be a force for good in this country. But we have to come together. We have to start practicing taking action together. We have to practice voting, right? And educating ourselves to get out to the ballot. We're the largest Asian population, but we are not the highest, we don't have the highest numbers of voting. Did you know that? Did you know that Larry Itliong, he was also a part of like Voters League, Filipino Voters League, and the Filipino Democrats as well. So it's important for us to build our power in lots of different ways. So we are phone banking also to the Filipino community, and we need to educate ourselves and come together. And thank you so much for all being here. I just want to also dedicate this final chant to John DeLauro, who actually also really studied and lived his life as a labor organizer. He's one of the founding founders of Filipino Workers Center, and helped us to capture some of the stories of Larry Itliong. But he used to, and he was a labor leader for state employees. But this is the chant that he used to do, and I'll try and do it in his style.
Everywhere we go, everywhere we go, people wanna know, who we are, and so we tell them, we are the workers, the mighty, mighty workers, fighting for justice, and equality. ¿Sí se puede? Okay. Salamat.
They are not better than they are. We have equal rights according to the United States Constitution, so they cannot trample on our rights. And because of the oppressive condition in the farm, we now are going to strike. What do we say? Huelga! 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 Now I call mi amigo Cesar Chavez. ¡Vámonos!
¡Vámonos! ¡Vámonos! ¡Unidad!
Hay que apoyar a los filipinos. ¡Sí se puede! ¡Sí se puede! ¡Sí se puede! ¡Sí se puede! ¡Sí se puede!
Mabuhay ang pagkakaisa ng mga Latino at ng mga Pilipino! Mabuhay ang pagkakaisa ng mga manggagawa! Makibaka! Huwag matakot! Tagumpay sa welga!
Thank you.
Una sa lahat, napakasaya ang celebration na ito para sa ating Filipino American family dito sa LA. Masayang-masaya ako dahil nandito ako, kabahagi ako ng mga Filipino American. Nakita natin ang malaking selebrasyon, kaya magdiwang at mabuhay ang mga Pilipino dito sa Amerika.
Mr. Virgil Apostol has dedicated himself to the Ilocano cultural traditions of the northern Philippines. He is the author of Way of the Ancient Healer, Sacred Teachings from the Philippine Ancestral Traditions, and co-author of Healing Hands of Hilot.
That I just need to be free and we can keep it going eternally. So let's get together with the true hands, keep it flowing so it never ends.
Time to raise it up, let's go. Filipinos, where you at? Pinolacas. BagYo, mic check, 1 2 1 2. You know we rollin' in that Jeepney. You know we rollin' in that Jeepney. Yup, you know we rollin' in that Jeepney. You know we rollin' in that Jeepney. You know we rollin' in that Pinolacas, la gas. Pinolacas, la gas. Pinolacas, la gas. Pinolacas. Kamusta ka pare? Pinoy na talaga. Ang hirap na buhay, Pinoy na malakas. Walang atrasan, puro avante. Ang palakpan ko, Hondo Florante. Translation, we reppin' the Fob Nation, but we ain't rockin' the boats, we fly to space stations. Walang trabaho, walang reklamo. Astig ng tao ko, mata pa puso ko. I got love for all y'all, mabuhay. From LA all the way to the barangay. Subukin mo, ang swerte ko. Itaya mo, nanalo ang peso. I'm from the Pasay City of hard knocks. We posted up in the calle in order to feed the flock. Doing whatever it takes to raise the fam right. Putting in work all day and all night. You know we rollin' in that Jeepney. Now, go ahead and move it. Go ahead and shake it. Yeah. Go ahead and work it. Cause we gon' party hard tonight.
DYD stats, do your dance, do your thing. It's all about getting them on scene, turn it up.
We gon' work it out tonight.
Yeah.
And locking up, get it up, bumping and stomping.
Yeah, turn it up.
No wall, we can hear the party.
I'm shooting for the stars. If I missed it, I'm landing on a moonwalk. Twerking and jerking while MJ does a sleepwalk. Go ahead and do a Gangnam style. Dip a low, like you win a low. Then bust out the trick, ghost ride the whip. Do the Harlem shake, but don't break your hip. Don't slip, cause we be line dancing. Hard talk, stomp town, yelling out, hold down. Cupid gon' shuffle and hustle, pop locking and bring that noise. Get down like we in Iraq. Got love for my real life soldier boys. Life's a gamble, gotta learn how to tackle. Stick and move from the house, gotta fight for the title. Watching life fly by these days, you gotta try. Gotta live your life tonight, just west side moving it, east side moving it, north side moving it, south side moving that body, west side moving it round and round, east side moving it up and down, south side shaking it to the ground, and we gon' rock this party. Come work it, shake it, don't shake it, twerk it and jerk it. We gon' work it out tonight. Rockin' bumping and stomping. We ain't roll it up no more. We ain't dirty party, y'all. Don't let him stop ya. Don't let him stop ya. Don't let nobody hold you down. Yeah. Don't let him hold you down. Represent high five, represent high, represent high five, represent high five. Friends in the party, making that money, getting that cash like you never gon' sleep. We cut it loose to hang out. You know we can do some damage tonight. All my friends in the party, making that money, getting that cash like you never gon' sleep. We cut it loose to hang out. You know we can do some damage tonight. I see they shake it in New York, moving in Miami, getting down in Georgia. Getting low in Texas, they wildin' out in Sydney. Getting poppin' in Paris, work it out in Munich. Party hard in Brazil, I heard they fresh out in Puerto Rico. They get it real in Manila, they get live in Tokyo. They running it in Hong Kong, they do it up in Arizona. Getting money in Vegas, they rock it out in Las Vegas. But you know we represent LA. Sino tatay mo, ako, sino tatay mo. Ako, sino tatay mo. Ako, sino tatay mo. Sino tatay mo, ako, sino tatay mo. Ako, sino tatay mo. Ako, sino tatay mo.
Yeah, thank you again. Appreciate it. Thank you for the love. Thank you, PWC, for having me here. Happy Larry.
So you had the song about the Jeepney too, right?
Yeah,
We wanted to introduce everyone on January 28th. We're going to have a historic Filipinotown scavenger hunt here. It's a joint fundraiser of Filipino Workers Center and FASG so that we can bring the resources that we need to our community. And so it's kind of a combination of like a marathon where you're running for the cure, but instead of having to run a whole marathon, you get to take place in a kind of amazing race scavenger hunt where you're going to learn more about historic Filipinotown and the Filipino American community. So you form a team together and of 2 to 4 people, and then you'll get to go around historic Filipinotown. The Jeep is one of the shuttles also, if you haven't gotten a chance yet to ride it. But your team will have a packet of trivia. You don't have to know the answers. You'll be able to get the answers at each of the spots. And at each of the spots, you'll also have cultural challenges. We'll have like dance challenges, a Tagalog challenge, a language challenge. We have other of the dialects this year too, like Ilocano. We have Bisaya, Ilonggo, lahat naman. And then we have eating challenges. We have, and then you'll learn about more about the Filipino farm workers, the Filipino domestic workers, Bill of Rights, the golden age of Pinoy boxing, and lots more here, and the veteran struggle as well. You'll get to know different organizations. So sign up. It's going to be a really fun challenge. January 28th. You can go to either PWC or FASG's websites for the link, or get information at our booth over here. So, thank you.
So who's going to sign up and join us for the scavenger hunt? Oh, okay. Who's going to join Mark BagYo? David Roquello signed up. Okay, great. Great. Yes, support FASG and PWC. Kaya pala ako nabibingi. Kala ko biglang lumakas yung mic. Okay. Do you see those ladies and gentlemen out there in costume? Yes. Okay. Who can tell me anong costume yan? Para ano? Para all-encompassive mountain province. Yeah. Diba? Kasi iba-iba eh. Ako rin, hindi ko rin ma-distinguish yung Cordillera from all the other groups. Okay, but let's welcome the HTSB group. What does HTSB stand for? Holy Trinity Saint Benedict. Yeah, she did a better job than I did. Okay. So, come on. I mean, I don't know that we have enough room here.
Larry Itliong Day. Everybody, thank you for coming.
To talk about the ongoing struggle. Sister Stephanie, where is she? Let's give it up to her for her testimonial. For sharing her genuine story. A very real story that is representative of so many workers of all backgrounds, from all communities. Not just the Filipino community, but all workers who struggle to put food on the table for the ones that they love. So Stephanie, I thank you. You moved me today. God bless you. God bless you. So I just wanted to say thank you for extending the invitation to me to be here with you. I don't have much more to say except that Manong Larry is a personal hero to me. I know that some of you, maybe this is the first time that you're learning about him. Many of you have studied about him, and Manong Philip and Manong Pete and all the others, original strikers, 51 years ago now, back on September 8th, who initiated the Great Delano Grape Strike. So I have to give homage to that collective movement, that spark, that catalyst that propelled us to today and propelled many social movements, including the great student activist movement, which I'm proud to have been a part of, and now the political empowerment movement, which as a public servant I'm honored to serve humbly. So each and every year, whether I can make it here with my family, today I brought my son Mark Jr. I'm honored that he's here today. I hope I didn't bore him to death, but but it's about that next generation, right? Yeah. It's about those younger brothers and sisters who are here who may not fully understand what we're talking about, but the fact that they're here with us today means that in the future they will understand what solidarity work means. And hopefully they'll carry it forward. Just as the Manongs wanted those who couldn't have their own children. We are their children. God bless us all. Thank you.
Here wrapping up Larry Itliong Day over here in historic Filipinotown. I'm here with the founder of PWC, if that's right?
I'm one of the founders.
Yes, one of the founders of PWC. So just wanted to say thank you for everybody that came here. And if you don't know, PWC stands for Filipino Workers Center. They've been around for a while and supporting the whole movement.
Well, thank you, BagYo, for being here. You helped to make the event, a success. And we're really just appreciative of all of your contributions to the community. And as we all lift up together Larry Itliong Day and the Filipino farmworkers.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Bayad na po.
Time to raise it up. Let's go. Filipinos, where you at? Pinolakas. BagYo. Mic check 1 2 1 2. You know we rollin' in that Jeepney. 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 You know we rollin' in that Pinolakas. La gas. Pinolakas. La gas. Pinolakas. La gas. Pinolakas. Kamusta ka pare? Pinoy na talaga. Ang hirap ng buhay, Pinola malakas. Walang atrasan, puro avante. Ang palakpain ko, Hondo Florante. Translation, we rapping the Farm Nation. But we ain't rocking the boats, we fly to space stations. Walang trabaho, walang reklamo. Astig ng tao ko, matapang puso ko. I got love for all y'all, mabuhay. From LA all the way to the barangays. Subukan mo, aswate ko. Itaya mo, nanalo ang peso. I'm from the Pasay City of hard knocks. We posted up in the calle in order to feed the flock. Doing whatever it takes to raise a fam rock. Putting